What does that mean to you?
It means everything, man. This is what I've been dreaming about since I was 6 years old. If it wasn't for my dad, I wouldn't be here.
Listen, you're a good team. Let me say, can we give a round of applause for Andy Ruiz, the new heavyweight champion? Listen, big respect, Andy. Big respect. Big respect. Good fighter. Thank you, America. Thank you, everyone, for coming out this evening. Sorry I let my fans down. Sorry I let my supporters down. I'm going to make a move. Big respect. Enjoy this moment, and we'll be seeing you again.
Okay, listen. Let me stop right here because we're going to do a lot of jump cuts. We got a lot of clips to watch. And let me say, listen, cooler heads have prevailed. For those who've been watching me throughout the years, you should have known I was going to troll last night. Of course you came to the channel. Let me see what this motherfucking coon is going to say. However, I am surprised, though, that now all of a sudden Anthony Joshua is my boy. And that, you know, I'm like this big super Anthony Joshua supporter. You know, that type of stuff kills me right there. I'm a showman. When it comes to my videos, I like to talk my shit. But however, I do say that my thoughts are purely my own. I don't like that fucking clickbaiting shit. I don't like that fucking race narrative shit. I just call it like I see it. And in my opinion, I was like, man, Andy Ruiz is dangerous. There's no way you can say you knew Andy Ruiz was going to win. Of course, you can say that, but we're not fucking psychics. You know, we don't know what's going to happen in the ring. I knew that Andy Ruiz, being the humble, fat dude, like, he's cool being fat. Let me tell you the honest-to-God truth. I weigh more than Andy Ruiz. It's just that Andy Ruiz got small legs. I got big-ass tree trunk legs and shit. For his size. I'm 276 pounds, 6'3". No bullshit. Ask around. So, a guy like Andy Ruiz, he reminded me of this fucking dude I grew up with called Nunu. And Nunu is this fat motherfucker, but he was fast as shit. Like, he knew all them motherfucking crossovers, dribbles, and all that shit. And people used to look like, how the fuck? And this when we was like we was kids and teenagers and young adults, late teens, early 20s, you know, even early 30s. Like, I'm like, people used to be like, how the fuck is this motherfucker so fast when to be so fat? He don't never gas out though, never lose no energy. That's Andy Ruiz. The new WBA Super World, WBO Super, IBF, and IBO heavyweight champion of the world. And the ball is in Al Heyman's court. And my, oh my, Deontay Wilder right now. Now, one thing we got to talk about, and unfortunately we can't do it all in one video because it's too much. The political implications of what happened last night is deep as fuck. Like, for example, all that money lost. Wilder, could have had that guarantee. Now, but no, but not just him. What of the career of Anthony Joshua? Can he beat Andy Ruiz from what you've seen in a rematch? He has the skills to. Do I think he will? In my hearts of hearts, no, I don't think so. Matchroom is having some issues. Their star has crumbled on foreign turf. Not by the cards, by knockout, knockdown 4 times. 6 foot. He's too big. 6'6". How much did he weigh in? And somebody said some old dumb shit in a comment yesterday. Well, you know, the Zone said, you know, Anthony Joshua was 268. No, he wasn't. He weighed in at 247. It was Andy Ruiz that was 248. But people think, like, because the commentators are commentators, sometimes they make mistakes. I think it was Sergio Mora that said, well, you know, he weighed in it. No. But he's too big. He's too stiff. And he don't fight tall. Now, I completely understand that when it comes to my post-fight videos, that's my shit. Post-fight videos is where I get my most views. That's my niche. That's my shit. So, all throughout these videos, I've been doing the one that's been getting 700, 900, 1,200 views and all that. I've been saying, like, yo, Andy Ruiz is motherfucking dangerous. And going back to looking at that Povetkin fight, Joshua, he be fighting too low. You know, he don't fight, like, tall. Even Deontay Wilder fights tall. like his stance. And he's slow, he's sluggish. And honestly, somebody like him, I'm sorry, he's needed a little bit of humbling. Because now this is going to show him, as we've seen, they've lost millions. Listen, last night probably, for Anthony Joshua alone, you can say he probably lost $100 million. I'm talking about like stretched out over his career. He wasn't supposed to lose to a fat nigga. And I'm saying that as a term of endearment. Not, you know, like, you know, he wasn't supposed to lose to fucking Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz, like I said last night, is the Rick Ross of motherfucking boxing, heavyweight boxing. He's the flyest fat dude alive right now. Can you imagine the love he's going to get in LA and that parade down in Mexico? Move over, Canelo. Move the fuck over. Shout out to Andy Ruiz. I've been a supporter and people always been fucking, you know, like giving him bullshit because he fucking is big dude. That's his shit. The big dude got those fast ass hands. And he's always been fighting tall dudes. If I was a gambler, I would have put money on Andy Ruiz. And shout out to everybody who did. But remember, my job is to talk about, people love to try to mix me up in that fucking shit. It's like you got to pick a side, Wilder side or Anthony Joshua side. Honest to fucking God, truth. Oh, damn, I don't want to be cussing when I'm saying the Lord's name in vain on a Sunday, on the Lord's Day. But I'm a huge Deontay Wilder supporter. I like that Pastor Wilder shit. I like his whole persona. His fights are exciting. Even when, like, I've had a chance to talk to him years ago. Now he kind of untouchable. You know, same thing with Andy Ruiz now. He got those three. He untouchable now. You know, I always like Deontay Wilder. But my job has always been to call the shit as much down the middle as I possibly can. Joshua had that shit coming, man. I've been hearing, I don't like the shit I've been hearing about him. You know what? You know, it is what it is. I like that he's got that humble character for the cameras and everything, and he's a role model. I love that shit, marketable and all that. I love it. I love it. I love it. But now this is a wake-up call, a big wake-up call, a huge wake-up call, and I doubt he'll ever step foot back on American soil again. Unless it's Wilder in Vegas. Who's the A-side now? Ouch! Ouch! Ooh! There's so many videos to do. As I said, the LDBC nipples. Ooh. Ooh. Ha, ha. Ooh. Of course I'm going to. Of course. People, you know, growing up, like I approach my videos like I'm talking to my homies. So growing up, we always used to like roast motherfuckers and roast each other and like troll each other and shit. That's what they call it now, trolling each other and shit like that. So, like, people be like, why you always like, we grown ass men. I got people on my Facebook telling me, why you gotta keep mentioning motherfuckers' names? Bitch, unfollow. It's my page. I don't follow you. You follow me. The fuck? Go and troll. You can't tell me the motherfuckers is not like, This is big news for them. And it's world news for me. This is news. LDBC, you have a right to be happy. You got some shit you wanted. Why shouldn't you be happy? I can't imagine. The pussy was good last night, wasn't it? Delicious. Jump cut. We'll be right back. We didn't waste it. I told you, it's too much to talk about. It's so much to talk about. So we're going to talk about next the heavyweight champions in the division. Look at that. Look at those boxing rankings. I updated last night. Well, the champions, you know, these are the rankings from the official sanctioning body. Go down below in the description box for FightView360.com. Please subscribe. Our merch store link is right down below in the description box. And I'm an entertainer. My job is to give you news, but also to make sure that I make sure you can watch that shit and not be fucking bored. We're going to be right back. Well, it's going to be a jump cut, but a couple of minutes for me while I watch some more footage.
Was once a huge underdog against Sonny Liston.
Hey, listen to this.
The world. So these happened. We did not expect it to happen here tonight. Now, before we move on, again, keep it here. We're going to be talking to everybody post-fight. Before we move forward, though, you did hear Michael Griffin. We have good sound there. Michael Griffin, the referee,
listen
in the final seconds when he made the decision to stop this
For
fight.
those who say Joshua quit.
You can't break.
You ready to box? Box.
I didn't hear that the first time. He said, "Are you ready to box?" Anthony Joshua said yes. Now, he said yes. I didn't hear what he said last, but he did say yes. Normally, a referee, as you know, Sergio, will ask. You will say, oh, by the way, Joshua's with Chris Mannix right now. Let's go there and we'll finish our thought. Chris, take it away.
I do like how humble Joshua was, though.
Excuse me. I mean, get knocked down 4 times. What are you feeling right now?
Heavyweight boxing, baby. First of all, thank the people that came out this evening. That's number 1. Shout out to the Zone, Sky Sports, Andy Ruiz and his team. Heavyweight boxing, it's on fire. The division just shifted a little bit. I've got to turn a few notches and bring it back around my way.
The 3rd round, you put him down with that knockdown, and it looked like you thought you'd go in there and finish it off.
Yeah, exactly that. That's the fire in me, but I don't want anyone to kind of drown in their sorrows. This is boxing. It shows that I've got the power, the strength, and I've got to come back and just tighten up on a few bits and bobs.
We have seen you rally from knockdowns before, specifically against Vladimir Klitschko. What was the difference in the hurt you felt tonight?
Nothing really. It's all the same. It's all the same. It just wasn't my night. It's Andy Ruiz's night. You know what I mean? But look, you know what? It's good for the TV. It's good for the Zone. It got people watching. And then now I've got to go and do it all again.
This was a referee stoppage at the end. You protested a little bit after its stoppage. Did you have a problem with it?
You want to fight, this is what we do, but listen, I don't do that. I don't do his job. I'm never one of them fighters to disrespect a referee and say, oh, you know what, he did this, he did that. My job.
Here, let's fast forward. We got to listen to Eddie Hearn. As I said, the implications for all this is huge. Like, it's hard to, like, talk about one thing because it's like, what does that mean for, like, the mandatory? They don't care about, the IBF and the WBO don't care about rematch clauses. Now, they may want it because they want that belt back on Anthony Joshua because of the big sanctioning fees. But they don't really care about the motherfucking rematch clauses. You can't tell me that PBC Al Heyman not going to try their best to get Deontay Wilder versus Indy Ruiz if Deontay Wilder beats Luis Ortiz. That fight is so much bigger now. Oh, my God. That fight is huge now. Huge. You better believe they fucking getting that press conference ready. That press conference probably going to be this week. Coming up. It is 11:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, June the 2nd, 2019, Sunday. I ain't gonna lie. I do want to troll some more, but I can't. I don't even know where to... Like, okay, well, rematch. There has to be a rematch. There is a rematch clause, and Anthony Joshua's not retiring, so what's he going to do? He wants his belt back. So, as Eddie Hearn is going to say, it is a must-win situation. It's a must-win. Let's see if they're going to get to... oh, I don't went too far ahead. It's a must-win situation. And it's happening in the UK. So, what can Anthony Joshua do differently in a rematch? For one, he's got to fight tall. And conditioning, he been looking slow for a while now, y'all. You know, like slow and sluggish. He looked good against Joseph Parker, especially going the whole 12 rounds. But come on, man. You know? Tyson Fury, people are like, you know, Tyson Fury is Nostradamus. He's been saying this about him. I've been hearing for a long time now about his sparring shit. Him getting touched up in sparring, meaning Anthony Joshua by the likes of Lawrence O'Colly and Daniel Dubois, right? Wasn't that, didn't they say Daniel Dubois? That goes to show you all that muscle don't be meaning shit, man. That muscle shit don't mean nothing. And I'm really, really upset with Matchroom, and I have a right to be. And when you say stuff like this, it gets you in trouble with your media credentials and shit like that. But I don't like how they, like, pretty much exiled American media. Not just me, not just black media. But, like, me, fucking Fight Hype, Eli Sickback. That's why if you notice on their channels, go look around. You're not seeing content until shit that came like after the fight. They had us way the fuck up at the top, but like UK media down and like the writers and ESPN and all them people down at the bottom. But how does that help you? Like from a business standpoint, you're trying to establish yourself here in the States. And they never did nothing like this before until Anthony Joshua showed up. Like, I got a whole video to do about that. Like, I'm going to talk about my whole experience. So I left. So I got my credentials, you know, and I chilled for a little minute. And I walked around. I tried to finesse to get down to the bottom, you know, because I really went to the fight for Katie Taylor and, you know, Delphine Pursoon. That's the fight I really, really wanted to see, you know. Even though, you know, I knew that Andy Ruiz had a chance, I'm not going to be one of them people that are going to be like, look, I told you should have listened to me. People be weird. There's a lot of personality and character flaws and traits, character trait flaws for a lot of the people who do videos on YouTube, like the I told you so people. I've never been one of those people. I'm not going to be one of those people. My job, whether you want to believe it or not, people think I work for The Zone or I work for Matchroom or that I'm shilling for them and all that. I really don't give a fuck about none of these boxers in regards to my person, the way I personally view them. In regards to my news come first. If there's a robbery, you will never hear me. Unlike what likely my naysayers, the channels that they watch, try to spin narratives to fit them being right and not wrong. Like YouTubers are weird like that, especially boxing YouTubers. Boxing media is fucked. It's a whole video I got to do on that. It's a whole video I'm going to do on that. But expect a rematch. Expect for Wilder versus Ortiz 2 to now be bigger. Everybody's now getting their shit, like, you know, like their ducks in the row. This is a huge blow for Matchroom. A huge, huge blow. And the implications, not just implications, just the overall, what is it, the ripple effect, the shock wave or whatever it is. We don't know how this is going to affect them, and especially if Anthony Joshua loses the rematch, because which way do they go? They can't go a route of an interim bout before the rematch because there's mandatories for those are 3 belts, people. And now they're in the hands of the enemy promoter to them. Al Heyman like this. Look at his chops. Like, oh shit, what the fuck? Oh shit. But on the flip side, Deontay Wilder has lost guaranteed money. Anthony Joshua's lost umpteens of million as that marketability. We see that he lost to a guy they've been calling fat all week. He lost to a guy they've been calling fat all week. A fat man. I was on Twitter and I'm looking. Let's see if he's still trending. Fucking Butterbean. I was like, what the fuck? Butterbean died? What the fuck? But no, it's not Butterbean died. It's motherfucking they calling Andy Ruiz Butterbean. They said Anthony Joshua lost to fucking Butterbean, dog. Shit is lit. Shit is so lit. Wow. Thank you, Al Heyman. Look at guys like Adam Konoski and look at guys like Luis Ortiz who turned it down. Andy Ruiz is sitting on top of the world right now. Don't get new on this, bro. Like, he got a lot of support. First Mexican heavyweight champion, but not only that, unified with 3 belts. And he beat the guy. What the fuck? Mexico. Get that man a parade and stop kidnapping Marco Antonio Parabon. Or some shit. No, they wasn't kidnapping. It was kidnapping Rafael Marquez or some shit. Well, I hope that after he got his ass whooped tonight, Joshua Buatsi beat up Marco Antonio Parabon. I hope his debts are paid to whatever Mexican cartel he owed money to. So apparently, if you didn't hear, Marco Antonio Parabon, he couldn't fight because he had to get like some bread right for the Mexican cartel. And who knows, maybe tonight's bread went to them. I'm going to watch the post-fight press conference. We're going to have more content coming on the fight. And I'm still in shock. I'm still in shock. Oh, wait, one more jump cut. I'll be right back.
So that is a legitimate knockdown, and we'll watch it again.
Too stiff, man.
Now there's the knockdown, and we're going to stay with this through the stoppage. So there's Michael Griffin doing the right thing, administering the count, picks up the mouthpiece, and you see now, this is what I'm talking about. Joshua looking to his corner.
Yeah, what was he? Yeah, yeah. And you know, the referee could have, yeah. He was done. Lifting all those weights, man. Women like, ooh, that shit look good. Yeah, dude. Real life and all that shit, I bet it do. But in the ring, that shit don't be holding up. You know, he don't be having no fluidity to his shit. Anyway, I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. There's more to come. More to come. Please subscribe.